Get in here. Ain't gonna be on too long. But since we got messages and stuff, it's logging on to see what's going on. I was out here minding my own business. And somebody was like, what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So let's see. I'll wait for more people to come on. Hey, hey. I'm just waiting for more people to come on so we could discuss this thing. Apparently something's going on. Don't know. I haven't been online, but sounds like people want to talk about it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to wait a few minutes and my camera will be on in a second and we'll talk about it. Just waiting on more people to join. I'm here. Like I said, I'm just waiting for more people to come on so we could discuss the obvious. Y'all are leaving messages, emailing, leaving comments, all of that. So let's talk about it. Come on in. I will be on camera. I just have my camera off while I'm waiting on you guys. I will be on camera. Just waiting on y'all to join and then I'll turn my camera on. Y'all are probably over watching a different live. It's probably what's happening. Get on in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I will be turning my camera on. I really will. Just waiting on y'all to come in. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on. I have not been on anyone else's live. I haven't watched anyone else's live. I've been milling around, watch my video that I dropped earlier. I was at the airport doing my running around and everything. And then I got comments, notifications, emails. Did you read, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I don't know. Allegedly someone was saying, Treese said, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but somebody left a comment saying that Treese was going to get a HIV test. And that made me go to her live, and I saw that she was live a few times today. As I stated before, I do not watch Coco, so I don't know if he was live. I'm sure he was because it seems like they're going back and forth with the lives and everything else like that. So it got me to thinking, because I did. So when someone notified me, like, hey, she's live, go to her page. And when I went to her page, she was on the phone with a realtor or someone that identified it as a realtor allegedly. And so she was talking to them about what she needed to do. And the realtor is correct. When you are purchasing a home, once you're in that underwriting process, you do not move, you do not do anything to your credit. Do not run it, do not pull it, do not anything. So that was why I thought it was so interesting. I think I mentioned it in a previous post where she was saying her house will be ready in a few weeks or whatever. And I was like, that underwriter process is ridiculous, especially if you're a business owner. So I don't know how it happened so fast. So I'm good. It's good to know that allegedly, if she was speaking to a realtor, because again, I don't know who she was speaking to. So I'm just gonna say allegedly. Oh, I'm covering up the mic. If that's who she was speaking to, that person told her correct. You cannot, you should not. They will deny your loan if that credit is pulled, and that's from buying shoes on credit, anything. Do not run your credit. You do anything, they can deny it and will. They don't like it. Underwriters are like, I don't even. They're annoying. But no shade. If you're an underwriter, then God bless you. But anyway, so I saw that she was doing that, and then I clicked on. I was once I realized that's what she was doing, I clicked off, and so I just was like, why did she feel the need to have that phone conversation on speaker? And then I thought about other things that she definitely is very open about, showing the bank accounts and different things like that. And she's not the only large influencer that does that. Um, you're loving my nails. Hey friend, good to see your face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? These are really plain. I'm actually gonna child one of these lives, you're gonna see me and I'm gonna be doing my nails um on live, just blinging them out because they're very plain. I normally have them very blingy and stuff like that, but y'all been keeping me busy. Like y'all and it's not even y'all, our subject matter at hand has been keeping me busy. Hey, Shantae. Hi, Felicia. So I'm just saying how people have been leaving. Hey, I'm Sheeta. Hey, I just decided to go live. I am dog tired. I've been up super early. I had to pick my son up from the airport, just the mom runaround thing, right? So if you have kids or nieces and nephews, you already know. So I'm in my Chase Lounge in my room, and I got to take a moment before I got to go back and take the teenager somewhere else. And I got your comments, and you guys want me to speak on something that I did not see. So I'm really speaking on the part that I saw after you guys alerted me. Like, hey, this is happening. She's gonna do an HIV test allegedly. I don't even know. I imagine that Coco must have said something. That must have been it. And then now she feels like she has to prove it. That made me go to her live, and I saw that she was talking to her realtor, and they were talking about the underwriting process. So if you're just now joining in, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. And the realtor is correct. And I'm not going to assume that I'm the only person that has ever bought a house. You guys know that underwriter process can be a deal breaker. And I was talking about how just last week you get a pre-approval letter, and I'm thinking, wow, for someone. Hello, everyone. Hey, Deanna. So that's why I thought it was suspicious. Like, man, that's a fast closing date because um, underwriters, especially when you own your own business, they go through with a fine-tuned comb when you own your own business. That wasn't her realtor. That was the landlord. No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the landlord. The person really was like, I didn't hear the landlord. I didn't hear the land. It was a realtor because she allegedly she was like, this is Bridget so and so. I don't think she's gonna take an HIV test. Honestly, I think it's another skit. Felicia, catch me up in the comment section. I didn't see it. So if you're just now joining in, I'm just reacting to your comments on my video to talk about it. But unfortunately, I didn't see it. So I have no idea. Hey, Gene Jones. So I have no idea what happened, but you already know from the title. I'll just give it to you from a general standpoint. There's no place on the internet for showing for me, there's no place on the internet for my specific buying home process, specific showing you guys my bank account, letting you guys know, oh, I'm gonna take a HIV test or whatever. Leave a comment down below. Is it too much information? Like, I feel like there's just so much oversharing. But unfortunately, I think for her, I feel like she's just trying to prove something. And I'm like, Trish, you don't have to prove nothing to anyone, including me. Anyone that's a skeptic, anybody that's a fan, as you call them, anyone that believes you, it doesn't matter. Like, let your integrity go before you. So that's my answer to all of it. My integrity goes before me. If I say I live where I live, I live where I live. If I say I've experienced whatever, that's whatever. And not only that, I just feel like there's just no place on the internet for sharing, oversharing personal information like that if you're not willing if you're not willing to accept the fact that people will take that and run with it and respond to it. There you go. Let me give you more light and respond to it. So I just think it's kind of weird. Like, Deanna, yeah, I feel like she's trying to prove something, and I don't know. And the thing about it is, what it feels like when you're relating to Latrice and everything, it feels like there's so much going on behind the scenes to even take a side is asinine, because we don't know everything. And that's kind of like in everything in life, where it's like, oh, you don't know everything. But with her situation, with people that go to the extremes that she goes through too, I don't even choose to take a side. Like, oh, team Coco, team this, team that. I don't deal with Coco, just for the simple fact that she's doing too much. Cece's World. Yeah, I feel like she's doing too much. And that's why I wanted to do this video. I know people, her fans are going to come in and be like, oh, you're obsessed. I'm not obsessed. I'm like, Treese, ignore the noise, girl. Get your house. Get your house. Let me tell you, you're doing too much. Like, nobody needs to. And not only that, are you doing too much, you're sharing a lot. People like me who are very analytical, I can hear what you're saying. I can hear and listen to what you're not saying, and I can reduce to what's really going on. And that's how I was able to find out some information about Coco, because allegedly he said that I did a background check on him. I did not. I didn't have to do a background check. She said so much, there was no need to do a background check. I did not do a background check. I will not use my money on that foolishness. Everything seems like a lie, in my opinion. Everyone knows buying a home is a long process. It's a long process. And I'm telling you, good comment, Shantae. It's not only, I was hoping you bring this up. She turned the voice off. I do not believe what she said. And here's the thing that I want you guys to say. I want to say a disclaimer. I'm not saying she did this, but do y'all realize, even with this whole it's a skit? Hey Trina, I am doing very well. I'm blessed. I'm on a little mini break before I got to get back in the car and do the runarounds part 2. But I've been all over in these streets in Arizona, and I wanted to show y'all. One day I'm gonna do a let's go to somewhere and let you guys see Arizona, because I know when I lived on the East Coast, I couldn't even imagine living in a desert and what it looked like in cactus. And even living here now, I'm like, I can't pass a cactus without being amazed. Like, wow, a cactus. So anyway, so I just had to come on, because I'm like, my husband would be so pissed off if I showed our bank account, if I showed the underwriting process and all of that. Like, to me, this is a season when you're waiting on decisions to be made. Oh, wait. When you're waiting on decisions in life, that's my season where I get really quiet and I get really settled, and I just give all my positive energy to what I want. And I wish that for her. I know 9 times out of 10, she'll cuss me out and tell me mind my own business and all this other stuff, but she's got a lot of noise around her, and she needs who does that. Yeah, I know that. I mean, that underwriter process. If you've never bought a home and been, the underwriter will be like, I noticed that you got deposited 50 cents. I want the receipt from that. What? What day? Especially being a business owner. It's like a fine-tooth comb, you know. I was watching, she been on for 3 hours. She called her landlord to prove a point. But here's the thing, back to my point. Thank you, Trina. Back to my point. I want you guys to realize something. I'm not saying she did this, but I want you guys to understand that Treese, I now I now believe that Treese is just as extreme to set up a phone call, to set up a video, to show a setup for a skit after the fact. Like, for me, I want to see the timestamp. I want to see when it was actually recorded and everything else to believe half the crap that she got going on. So, but not to the point where I'm pressed and she need to email it to me or whatever, whatever. Like, I'm not pressed with this stuff at all. This stuff is sheer to me, because as a woman navigating the world, I don't even understand why she's giving this stuff the time of day. Don't get me wrong. I understand breakups. I understand breakups that are hard. I understand breakups where you're still obsessed. But to do it via social media is just, to me, showing bank records, conducting business um, while you're still on the phone. And no, 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 no. 3 hours straight? No. If I'm on here 3 hours straight, I'm doing like a campaign or giveaway or a marathon or something like that. I'm just whatever, but I'm not gonna be on here 3 hours straight. I got grown women with business. Like, even your biggest celebrity, they don't have time to do that. And I do this full time. I'm YouTubing full time, and I still don't have time to be on here as long as that. But to each his own, whatever. But the topic of my conversation, what I wanted to say is, no, I didn't see I don't even know where the HIV thing came up with. Leave a comment if you know what that originated. Someone commented on my video and they were like, hey, what about this sassy? What about this new mess? Do you want to speak about it? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I've been out and about. I have not been online. So I don't know. My mom and dad kid my mom, dad, kids do not know my bank account's information. When I'm gone, the banks know what to do. Period, Jean. Period. Um, and that's the thing. When someone like myself or another person comment, then she gets mad. But it's like, sis, you putting it out there. And it's just, and not only that, like I said before, I'm really big on when big things happening, which buying a house is a huge thing. You want all your energy to be into that process so that you don't miss a beat. You don't want the energy to be off. You don't want the energy entering that home to be off. You don't want your energy and focus to be off so that you forget and do this and do that or whatever. She's right. You're not supposed to, you shouldn't open up new lines of credits or anything. Like, you literally are in a standstill, in a holding pattern while you're buying a home. But my thing is, girl, you didn't have to call that lady to prove that to anybody worth their, not worth, let me rephrase that, not worth, anyone that knows anything about buying a home and real estate and different things like that, they will know, and they just need to take your word for it, which goes to my other point, which was my integrity. My integrity goes before me. So because my integrity goes before me, I wouldn't be proving anything to y'all. But I'm not so sure her integrity can go before her. She needs to get offline, take her kids in a vacation, and just enjoy them. At this point, feels she needs a mental health evaluation. I had to stop watching. It was draining. That was me, Shantae. I can't tell you the last time I watched. Might have been a day or two ago. And I used to just sit and listen or whatever, when I'm cleaning or whatever. Like, Teresa's really good for a story time when she's telling her stories and stuff like this. But this manic stuff is not, and y'all excuse the lighting. I just wanted to jump on because y'all my good girlfriends and sisters. So the lighting is not the best right now. But anyway, um, it just became too much. And um, I don't have the energy to sit and watch all that toxicity. I really, really don't. And so I had to take a mental health break. But then when someone left a comment, they were like, what about it? So I went and checked, and I didn't jump on when she was talking to her landlord, because that's something else she wants to prove. She wants to prove that she's not being evicted and all this other stuff. Well, if it's true, if it's not true, just ignore it. Hey, Wanda, just ignore it. Like, you think I'm going to prove something to y'all? I'm not proving anything. Like, oh, how do we know this person's house is clean? I'm not giving y'all a house tour. Just if I give you a house tour, I'll give you a house tour because I want to give you a house tour. But I'm not giving you a house tour because someone's questioning whatever, whatever. I can tell you, I have family on here. I have old friends. Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you, Jean. Oh, y'all, guess what? Exciting news. I'm now have the feature of the super chat and the super stickers. So I was really excited to be able to add that to my platform if you want to support or whatever, but you don't have to, of course. Um Marie, yes, she does. She needs to see a psych ward. Oh my goodness. Brendan, Brendan Bass. I like that name, Brendan Bass. So it's like, if your dad's name Brandon or Brendan, that's a female version of the name. That's kind of cool. So, I just wanted, like I said, from the title, like, is it team too much? Like, she shouldn't have to feel like she has to prove anything to anyone. If she's really done with Coco, be done with Coco. When you're really done with a situation, you're done and you don't even care. It's just like when you quit a job. Thank you, Deanna. Um, hey, Dorothy. It's just like when you quit a job. When I quit a job, I don't care about nothing. I don't want to hear anything about my anything. Files, girl, this drama's going on, that trauma's going on. Thank you, Trina. Yes. So I wish her well. I wish her well. I cannot express that enough. And not only do I wish her well, I wish her peace. And what's happening right now doesn't, if it's what's alleged to be true, for me, it wouldn't bring me peace. First of all, I'm a very private person. My kids will tell you, they're not watching live, but my kids will tell me, my family may jump in, and they'll tell you we are very private people, but yet we do like hosting and stuff like that. But from a standpoint of just the amount of traffic in her house and all that, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It would just drive me nuts. Um, Thank you, Amshita. Thank you, everybody. I'm super excited. I still am, one day we'll have a campaign to get my subscriber count up, but I am super excited to announce that, yes, I do have the super chat, the super stickers, and monetization. So, you don't make anything when you have the amount of subscribers that I have, but you know what? I can only go up from here. I did meet the first milestone. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Very exciting. So I just had to come on and call y'all. Me either. I have hired for two of the biggest companies ever. I just let go. I'm done. Gene, that's me. Out of sight, out of mind. And when you still want to know, like, oh, how's this and how's that? Man, let me tell you something. I would block Coco and everything if it were me. And if what she's saying is happening, I would block everybody that brings me that bone about that food, and I will block him and be done with it. We're all women on here. Leave a wave at me if you've been there with a hard breakup, because it appears, I can't say how she fears, but if it appears that she this was hard for her. So I'm gonna give a shout out like Treese. I understand a hard breakup. That snot nose cried like that I can't get it together stuff, but you got to crawl out of that. You have to crawl out of that if you want something new. There could be a guy that's really, 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 yeah, drop a heart. We all been there. So I'm not judging her. I'm not saying, oh my goodness, why she's still, because there's no way she's not going to fall out of love with him. Oh, Dorothy, you're going to make me cry. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Awesome. So if you're just joining in, Melissa is now monetized. She's, and I'm 47. Exactly. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So yes, I have super chats, super stickers, and I now can qualify for the monetization and stuff like that. It's hard. It is. It's very hard. So I'm not saying, the things that I'm telling her is easy, but as much as he's fueling the fire, she is adding gasoline and throwing her drawers in it. And I'm telling you, I wish she would just ignore it. And not only do I wish she would ignore it, I wish she didn't feel the need. Thank you. Much love, Dorothy. So much. Thank you so much. I got to screenshot that when I'm off of here. My first super chat. Go ahead, Jean. Oh, I love you guys. Y'all, oh, thank you so much. Um, honestly, this is a hobby for me, but I love the fact that we can get paid for doing, when people say it's not a job when you get paid doing what you love. I love, love, love talking and imparting. And yeah, I may laugh here and there about Coco or Latrice and everything else, but I'm going to come around with a life lesson and just kind of good advice and wisdom always. And I love that. I love that. I just can't get into her after she fleeced up. Yes, that was me. And I think because I was trying to think back when the last time I watched, and it was that day when it was the ha 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 fussing at me as you're eating crabs, fussing at me because I'm mad that you, and when I say me, I mean, I don't mean me literally, but us. You fussing at us as you're eating crabs, laughing at the fact that we're kind of confused and really didn't appreciate your skit. And as we're wondering if it really was a skit, I couldn't watch after that. And yeah, ignoring him will help her to heal. It sure would. I would not ever want anyone to tell me anything about him. Exactly. It's so hard because folks, Oh, that goes back. Break up. It's a painful process. It's very painful. Um, he is a weight trying to keep him up under her for 24/7. He couldn't work elsewhere if he wanted to. That's the story that they're saying. That's the story. I just wish well for her, because I'm telling you, it's just like anybody else. Her fans, or whatever you want to call it, they can come on here and try to troll me like I'm hating on her and all. I'm not hating on her. The fact that I'm talking about her may give her more views. I'm not mad about that. I let me tell you, Treese reminds me of, and if you, same here, Melissa. It's the last drama. Yeah, I was done. I was done. I was done. And like I said, for me, I'll tune back in if they get back together. I'ma be in for that drama. But I hate to see her scrambling to prove a point. Um, if people question whether you're really buying a home, let them question. Same here, Melissa. Yeah. If people are questioning whether you're done with him, let them question. Like, you have nothing to prove, Latrice. Nothing to prove to anyone. Walk in it. I always tell my kids, you don't have to announce when you got stuff, how you got it, where you got it from, or anything like that. Your outfit will go before you. Your integrity will go before you. Your grades will go before you. You don't have to be the biggest person in the room, but you could shine bright on your own, but you don't have to dim somebody else. And that's my heart about it. Like, Treese, when you go live in your new home, we'll see it. We'll see it. You don't have to prove nothing to me. If it was a skit, trust me, what is saying? I absolutely love Treese, but I'm also so afraid for her right now. Mentally, yes. Shamika, I'm the same way. And I know people think that I be hating on her. And I don't know why they think that, because you obviously aren't watching my videos if you think I hate her. I absolutely see so much potential in her. And her fans hate when I say, I could see her in Hollywood. She don't want to be in Hollywood. Well, then why did she just say someone contacted her? No, you're not. You're not. Yeah, I am the biggest cheerleader and coach for women. That's what I am. And if I can use her as an example, and the reason why I can't use myself as an example in this situation is because that's not my story. That's not where I was. But this, I dropped that wave because I've been stuck on stupid in love. Totally. She is still trying to convince folks that he loves her. Yes. Then turn around and say he loved my money. She is losing it. She is. She's unraveling. And it started when he last left. The last left. Hey y'all. Hey Danette. So yeah, she is losing it. She's losing it. And I'm not happy about that, because those beautiful kids deserve her 100%. Have I been there where I couldn't give my kids 100% because I was focusing on some foolishness? Absolutely. So again, I'm not judging her, but this is crazy. The extremes that she's going through to prove her point. Latrice, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. If you don't hear anything else, and if y'all gonna carry anything else back to her. And there's people I did see in the last, because like I said, I joined in right as she was talking to the realtor. So I didn't hear her talk to the landlord. I didn't hear that phone call. I just heard the call. Hey, organic seasonings. Um, hey, Danette. I didn't hear where she was talking to these other people. I just saw where she was talking to the underwriter and stuff like that. And I'm like, there is no way. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I were to buy a house, y'all would just see me go from one house to another. I'm not announcing that. Or I'd buy it. I might announce it when I have an actual closing date and when I'm ready to close or whatever. But it also wouldn't be shady or anything dramatic behind it. So it's probably something I could share. But the other part about that is I'm not conducting my business online for you guys to see. Not doing it. I feel bad for those kids. They are suffering. It's summertime. Go out, have fun, make memories, leave all that drama alone. Yeah, Shantae, I agree. When she used to go on trips, I used to want her to take the kids with her. When my kids were that little, wherever we went and they couldn't go, my husband and I didn't go, period. We didn't start taking alone trips until my older kids were old enough to watch the younger kids. So I'm talking until I had like a 21 year old. But and now they scared. Every time my husband and I get in the car, they're like, "Y'all not coming back, are you?" I'm like, "No, we will be back." It's a complete train wreck. It really is, Shelly. And the thing about it is that I don't even know if she knows it. I don't even know if she knows it. I don't even know if she knows that the peace that she could have in this process. Like I said before you guys jumped on, like for me, when I'm buying a house or anything big, waiting on a job, whatever, I got to settle my spirit. Like I have to bring it down, kind of like, the old church folks used to say, hide yourself. You got to hide yourself so you can get in that Garden of Gethsemane, moment where I have to hear. Because buying a house, you have to be able to hear. It's nerve wracking. So yeah, have you heard her incite violence by telling her supporters to go? Yes, I did see that part, and that's when I logged off. Because I'm telling you right now, if yes, happy Philnister, yes, that's exactly when I logged off, when someone commented and then she began to look at the girl's page and she was like, yeah, let's get her husband and let's do this and let's do that. I don't understand. Yes, I heard it. I heard it. And someone, it's gonna come back on her. It's gonna come back on her. Pray she stops. She has no one around her to tell her to cut it out. You know what? At this point, I'm not going to blame the other women in the sense of I'm not sure that anyone can tell her what to do. I believe someone spoke to her, and that's how come the skit was no longer a skit and everyone was able to come home. That's what I believe. I don't see them doing any homework on or really in gym classes or them boys need a reading. Yep. It is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And the thing is, she is not allowed to do that. You can't send your fans to go harass someone else or try to take someone's channel down or whatever. You're a public figure. Like, which one is it? Do you want to be this rich megastar, or do you want to be, this thin-skinned person that's playing on the internet and just wants people's money? Like, you can't have it both ways. And for me, I get trolled, I get people in the comment section, and guess what? They go delete, delete, delete. I used to, at first, I was like, have a good day. Thanks for being positive and that whole thing. I don't have time for it no more. I don't have time for it. You know who I take my cues from? I take my cues from queens, Oprah, Beyonce, and big folks like that, because that's where I see myself at. Whether I be that, whether I get to that place or not, that's who I am in my head and that's who I am in my heart, and that's how I walk. So Oprah has been called all kind of stuff and everything else. So has Beyonce. And child, and comments just go, shh, and that's me. You have been so positive towards her. That's all I can be. I'm not hating on her. That was not a skit. No, Gene Jones, that was not a skit. I don't think it was a skit. And I keep telling people, well, she showed us the recording. Do y'all not know you can record after the fact and pretend it was before the fact? And I understand the fact that the kids already had their stuff packed and all of that. That was kind of sketchy, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it jump off. When I saw it, Courtney and Keisha were in the hotel room. But like I said on my last video, if it really was a skit, that was extreme. Why the hell am I really gonna rent a hotel room and too much, too much, and then to carry it out all the way to the next evening? Too much for me, too much. She's using these fans at this point. She blocks them for not agreeing with her, and they are the ones hiding it, the Cash App. And yeah, and you know what? Y'all know. Thank you, Super Sticker. Thank you, Wanda, so much. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Share with your family, your friends, your sister friends, and just let them know that this is a space to be sisters. And we don't all agree. Like a lot of my videos, somebody will say, yeah, I'm Team Bonnet, I'm not, or whatever. This is a safe space, but all I ask is that we respect one another. Um, you're right. It was not a skit. She did mean it. She did mean it. And when Treese gets that deep down growl, is what I like to call it, that deep down angry, it wasn't a skit. I don't care what nobody's saying. I don't care what nobody say. And I looked at body language when they came back. You could have dropped a bomb in that house, how thick it was. And she was just crabs. You want some crabs? And when somebody trying to be nice to you after they done pissed you off. I don't care what you buy me. I don't care what you do. But you know, she runs it. She plays them, and yeah, that it is what it is. That's crazy. I just wish for her, and again, I say it in all my videos. I can't put my life standards, the standards for my life, on her. But I do know, and I think you guys have all said it, she would be so much at peace if she would just log the heck off, take her kids to Aruba since your money is that long, be on the beach, let the kids play, do whatever they're going to do, come back to your house or your Airbnb and all this other stuff, and nobody knows where you're at, and film and go live and do whatever. And if anyone comes on there mentioning Coco's name, I would silently block. Silently. I would act like I wouldn't even see it. That's what I would do. But apparently that's not what she's about. Coco did not want that dog around him. That's why she locked him up, and Courtney always stayed in the room when Coco was around. Yes, she needs a break. It's so sad for her to keep doing this mess. Yes. Yes, that's what I said. Get off social media. Yeah, just for a second. Just for a second. Get off for a second, because I know that's her bread and butter. A day or two. Because here's the thing. Let's just say all of this is real. All of this is real. You taught Coco very well. He's on game. So I have two theories. I'm on team. They're gonna get back together, and they all gonna live happily ever after on Stars. That's a theory. Or they really broke up. She taught him well, and he's using it, and she hates it. That's another theory. I can see both things being in operation, because I go back to the phone call that she had with him, that she was so proud that he wanted her to come over and do blah 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 blah. And that told me, number one, they've been talking, probably, allegedly. This is my opinion. They've been talking, but then she was so proud of the fact that he wanted her. It's crazy. She won't allow herself to do things. She likes attention and her fans. Her money comes from social media. Now she's on 4 or 3 times a day. Yep. Yes, that's what I said. Get off social media. Yeah. That's what I would recommend for her to do, because, and the reason why I would recommend it is because she doesn't seem like she's at peace. So find your peace and then get back on here. I agree with you. Totally agree with both theories. Thank you. Trying to disrespect your channel. She's a liar. She thinks people want drama. I don't want that drama. I promise you I don't. I promise you I don't. She taught him the internet game, and he ran with it. Exactly. I don't want the drama. And I watched, okay, the video that got me. So I haven't watched Trees for a very long time. And someone told me that clearly you just caught on. She thinks people want drama. I watch her if she did activities with her children and the positive things. Yes, that's what I like. I like the laying in bed and telling stories. And these are the type of people that I watch. When people go live, I like when people are doing makeup. I like when they're cooking. I like when they're with their family. I like to watch people when they're telling stories, or just laying down. Like, literally, I'm the weirdo that will just sit and watch people lay down. And I'm not gonna say weirdo, because then I'm calling you guys weird, because you guys have rocked with me driving around and stuff like that. Like, and then if drama sprinkles in, that's great too. But at the same time, I don't want her to focus on it. Of course, we want the tea. Like, what happened? But I don't want her to focus on it or get it to a point where her blood pressure's up. I mean, I was watching one live. Well, it was the live with the boy and all that stuff. I was like, girl, your blood pressure. No harm, but Coco don't want her. Like he said, totally drama. Blah, blah, blah. That's why no one thinks it's a skit. She wanted to deflect. Absolutely, she wanted to deflect. I don't want drama either. I just feel sorry for her. I'm the same way. And I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain aspect where I just would watch her out of. You're gonna show your house like that. You're on live like that. That type of thing. So there is that level of shock value that she's that transparent. I loved her when she was humble and doing funny and crazy things. So let me tell you how I found Latrice. I found Latrice through that skit when she was doing Rennie's hair. I thought it was real. Of course, she's saying it's a skit, whatever. And that's when I started following. So that was like 2, 3 years ago. I didn't know she got her, and I think she had just gotten her kids back when I started following her. I don't wish any of that for anyone. Me too. All Coco want is money in my Cardi. Exactly. She can't log off. She's addicted to the drama, says Felicia. And the drama pays. What a combo. When your addiction makes you money. Remind me. But the other part, that's how I found her too. Yeah. But think about it. If you, so I praise God, not that I'm better than her or anything else, but if you know drug addicts and you know street hustlers that are not fully converted in their mindset, so she may not be hustling drugs, she may not be slinging, boosted stuff, but when you have that mindset, they know how to sell water in front of a water fountain. You know, that's just how they are. And the other part about that is when you're dealing with people in that low mentality, like in my family, in my immediate family, and those around me, and my friends, thankfully, knock on wood again, there's no one struggling. Like we're all doing very well. So I don't have to be the biggest one in the room. We snatch the receipt to pay for dinner. Like it's like, no, I got it, you got it, that type of thing. We go visit, we take turns visiting each other, that type of thing. But when you're the biggest person in the room, can you imagine if you're insecure how that may feel? And the power move for me, I would want to help build you, put you on game so that you don't have to depend on me. I don't want anybody depending on me but my children. I think it's sad that the saddest commentary is to know a grown man without a job and he has to ask for some woman to buy him his deodorant and underwear and everything else. That's not a ride or die. That's not, see, I'm getting into my original video. If you haven't already watched that video, I know the music is on there and it aggravates you guys. I think I had the music up too loud. I usually have it really, really low. And I probably didn't watch it in editing, but get over it. It's great content. I started watching her after Rennie video too. Yeah, it was a very funny video. But I didn't think that video was a skit. But it probably was. Who knows? Um, and so it goes back to my original comment. Like, is it just too much to try to prove? That woman can sell air. Girl, listen, I love American Gangster Wanda. She can listen. Treese can sell me my eyelashes while they latched on, not to me, but she can sell eyelashes latched on to the person's face. She's losing her power and control, and it's eating her up, which triggers her rage. Exactly, and I know people like her. Um, Danette, thank you for that comment. It's true. When people like that feel like they're losing power and rate because then they can't control the narrative. They can't control people around them. Like she's madame. And when she say, I want crabs, I want this, I want that. I'm not saying she's not paying for it. That's not what I'm saying. But when someone is funding and taking care of everything for you, when they say pretend this is a skit, guess what? You got to pretend it's a skit because that's your bread and butter. Or when they say whatever it is. She's losing her power. Yeah. So what I was saying is, like, if you know family members or just people in general that have been in jail or slinging dope or whatever, they just hustle. Like there's just some people that they're just hustling. That's just who they are, and that's just what they are. And I'm not sure if I feel like channeled in the right direction, it's amazing to watch. She's amazing to watch. As much as I don't agree with some of the things that she does, it absolutely boggles me. Mind blown. Mind blown. I don't think the video with Rennie was a skit. I looked at Rennie's face. She was disgusted. I've started following her when she got her children back and moved in her house in Sarasota in 2016. Good. From what I understand, I love our opinions over here, Melissa, where we can voice that. Thank you, Jean. And again, Jean, we all don't agree. If you look in the comments, some people say it's a skit, some people say it's a not. Some people say she's entertaining. I don't mind us. I love the fact that we get to talk and just talk about it and we get it all out to the next thing. But I just love this space that I've created over here for us. And ultimately, what I'm reading in the comments, I do have a few people that be like, I can't stand her. But I love the fact that in my comment section, most people want best for her. And we want her peace. We love her kids. And I mean, her boys are so mannerable. Like, I can't tell them apart, but I know one's a little bit more mature. He's a little old man. I call him little deacon, you know. He's a little deacon, and he always comes in with just such maturity and almost like a little old man, like a little old deacon. And Rennie just Rennie something else, you know. So I have connected with her in watching her. I don't wish ill towards her or anything like that. I wish she would just log off. Caden's the deacon. Yeah. So is he the one with the smirk? Because Aiden, see, I can't tell them apart. Yes, I love her kids and I wish them well. I haven't really followed Courtney enough to, you know, really comment one way or another like I love him or whatever. He seems pretty dope and pretty chill. Exactly. About one of the twins has an amazing singing voice. Really? Well, yeah, I've heard him in the background. I've heard him in the background, but one of them is like, I'm telling you, he gonna be a little preacher when he grow up. He comes in with wisdom. Just really a gentle kid. Like, she's got some really, really good kids. Rennie is just a sweetheart, but they're all beautiful too. All beautiful kids. I'm really rooting for them. Yes, I'm rooting for her too. You know, I really am. And in rooting for her, that's why I'm making this video. I wish she would just Aiden is the lighter one. I don't know. Um, in rooting for her, I wish she would log off until she's able to ignore all this stuff and until she's able to navigate life without oversharing. I can share without sharing. There's so many things that are public record. There's so many things that people can have access to. That's all they need to know. But after that, no one needs to know what your bank account is. No, I believe you. Like, no one needs to know any of that. She needs a mental break. It's too much right now. Someone is bound to get hurt. I don't want her to snap. Rennie is too cute. Yep. When you see someone spiraling out of control, you better say something. And we're not bashing. I'm not bashing. I'm not bashing. It's scary to watch because, you know, if you've ever watched the show Snapped, it's like that's how it happened. You know, so God forbid she keeps people around her to level her, but I'm not sure that they're even able to tame her. Like, yeah. Yeah. I hate when she gets so angry where she's just willing to risk it all and have her kids. And I know she's probably just saying that, you know, but I'm just like, Treese, don't even put that in the atmosphere. Don't even give that man that much power. You know, it's just weird. It's just really weird. Um, if she were my friend, I'd tell her, girl, I wouldn't condone it. I'd be like, girl, if you don't hang up that phone and put on mute and talk to your underwriter and talk to whoever it's nobody's business. Right. No one is bashing her. We want the best for her. I promise you I do. I promise you I do. I see so much potential in that woman because she is a hustler and she is able. Do I agree with what people are alleging as scams? Absolutely not. I'm not saying I agree with that. But it's just the fact that if that was a skit and all of that, she can finesse that. I'm sorry. That anger will darn sure lead to violence, period. Yeah. I love when she interacted more with the children. Me too. Going places and stuff. Yeah, um I hate it when again, outside looking in, we can only assess by what she showed us, but she showed us a lot once Coco was there. And there was a lot of trips with Coco and different things like that. And, you know, they were supposed to go to Universal or somewhere, or whatever. And I was waiting on that trip because I knew that was going to be so fun for the kids, but it just never happened. But she did, you know, she did what she said they felt like they wanted to do, if I remember correctly. Um, but when you think about what she alleges Coco wanted her to do as far as these trips to Orlando, I mean, to Sarasota so many times and to California and all of that, I'm like, you know, if that's allegedly what was happening, instead of him saying, you know what, we have this family unit, let's take them to Disney World, let's take them to wherever, Hawaii, let's enjoy ourselves. But again, you know what, ultimately, y'all, we can't impose our standards on her, because it may not be her peace. I believe her peace is a priority, but she's still very easily triggered, and that's just the bottom line. So I pray that she comes to a place where she's not easily triggered. He can say whatever he wants to say, but it's a pride thing. Someone said in the comment section that, allegedly it just appears that um there's a pride thing when it comes down to Coco, like he's the prize. And that's very interesting to me. Very. So I had to jump on, y'all. If you she bought all them doggone toys. I know. I know, Felicia. I know. I know. And I wanted to scream, again, I watch out of sheer everything that I said. And I wanted to say, I hope you're not doing that for me. I hope you're not doing that to prove something to us. I hope that's what you want to do for her, but at the same time, that's a lot. Like, there's no amount of time that she's going to play with all that stuff. I honestly think Treese fell off when Coco left. I'm sorry, when Courtney left. Then when the money got larger, and mainly women, and mainly when the man came, that and with the little house, it became Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, yeah, my water's over there. My voice is a little scratchy, but like I said, a few people, email, text, um, left a comment. What do you think about this new mess? Treese should not take a HIV test. Y'all leave a comment. What started that? Because like I said, I have not watched her since. Ha ha ha! It's a skit. I haven't watched her, so I don't know what is this HIV talk allegedly. Like what? Why does she feel like she need to take a test? Like what spurred that? Coco said something. Are they saying she has it? Like, because I feel like someone's trying to act. Because I think, if I remember correctly, in the video, she was trying to dispel any type of rumor that Keisha's sick. So I don't. So I thought that was what was happening, but someone was like, "No, she's going to go take a test." Anybody watch that? Because that's why I logged on. Fans sent money for Rennie. She had to spend. Yeah, I know. She said it all of in. Okay. She said it all at the end of the live to get offline. Oh, Felicia. Okay. So something was going on. And then just to shut everybody up, she was like, you know what? I'm going to take a HIV test. Is that what's happening? Because I wasn't watching. I have no idea. People were just like, what do you know about that or whatever. But so when people started texting me, I went on her live, and that's when I saw her talking to the underwriter and letting everyone hear that conversation. And then that's what sparked this video, because I'm like, no one needs to know. No one. She should not feel like she needs to go take a test to prove anything. She said she didn't feel well. She feels tired and doesn't feel well. That wouldn't give me an indication to take an HIV test, though. It's one of her mental games again. She's crying to stop anyone from getting close to Coco. Yeah. Um, that wouldn't be an indicator. That would be okay in this day and age. I think I would go with a COVID or pregnancy, but HIV, boy, that was extreme. She jumped right into it. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's like, oh, I stubbed my toe. Let me go take an HIV test. But I tell you, I am going to do another one of my videos. It's just really about these larger YouTubers just doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Team too much. And y'all got my permission. Save this live, screen record it. When I get that big and I start, if I ever, but that's not my personality. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. I promise y'all, I don't have time. And not only that, my kids will bust me out in the chat. They'd be like, why are you lying? Why are you lying? So that's what's so weird to me. Like, Everything I've ever said online can be verified through a family member that's in the chat or whatever, whatever. But regardless, I don't need any type of verification. My integrity goes before me, as I said in the video. She was getting her hair braided and said she was getting so tired and she needs to get a test. Then she said she was going to go get a test. She was just saying stuff. Okay. She has been tired and feeling probably has to do all has to do with all the stressing. Okay, so she was just talking. She was just talking. Okay. Okay. And HIV coming up over in that resident. Stop purchasing them seasonings. And are they FDA approved? See, y'all like me. Danette, you like me. I will support a business if I feel like not if I feel like once I verify that they've gone through the standards for FDA, for USDA, and food safe, serve safe, and everything else. I love y'all. I love my people, but we have to go through the actual business channels. Same thing with these little online boutiques. If I feel like I can, not if I feel like, if I bought it personally off Amazon, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna buy it myself. I'm gonna buy it myself only because if I can buy it and I can do it, I want you. If I buy online, I want you to give me something. Basically, what I'm saying is, sell me something unique. That's all I'm saying. Where's Danita? Think she got tired of the? I don't know. The thing is, Danita has a lot to lose in the sense of I don't know who she is. Let me say that, but it appears she wears scrubs, so it appears that she has a job. I wouldn't purchase. No, absolutely not. I wouldn't purchase seasoning. She was thinking about. I was thinking about Danita too. I think we all were thinking about Danita, and the other one. There was another one, and then the other two that she when she went to the Hard Rock Hotel that time and they met her. But yeah, Danita looks like she can't afford to be in all that drama or whatever. But any sane person that really wants to protect their peace, even if she was my best friend, I'd be like, girl, call me back. You doing too much. You doing too much. I'm not saying I wouldn't talk to her every day or whatever, but I wouldn't get involved in that. She just be throwing stuff out in the air to see if it sticks. Basically, this is a 24-hour job for her. She's always on the camera. It's her addiction. She said something about Coco told her they stopped giving HIV tests during COVID, so he didn't get tested in jail. She feels sick because everybody realizing who she really is. Yeah. She was calling her today and Danita never answered her phone. She wanted her hair done. It wasn't a skit at all, says Patricia. Absolutely. Y'all, absolutely. Just so y'all know, I shared good news a little bit earlier. If you're just now dropping in, I am now able to do super chats and superstars, super stickers, I think it's called, in the chat. No, Patricia, I don't think it was a skit at all. And like I said before, if I wanted to, okay. If I wanted to, it's drop off time again, y'all. If I wanted to prove a skit, y'all do realize if I wanted to say something happened a week ago and I set it up, I can record myself pretending to plan something out. Like you can record yourself after the fact. She's back up fussing about people in her inbox bringing her drama. She created this monster and now it's too much for her. Hey, I just seen a notification. She was saying, stay F out her inbox, Lord. Yeah, because they're telling her I'm live and they're going to go crazy when Roz go live and when this one goes live and that one goes live. Y'all, listen, she knows. But honestly, the thing about it is, I don't even think people like me upset her more so than Coco going live sends her over the edge. That sends her over the edge. Coco said Danita don't have time for her. Danita comes around when Latrice cash app her money. It's all so confusing. It's very Toya, hey sweetie, that's what I was thinking earlier. It becomes problematic for me because if you just join my live, that's what I was saying. For me, my integrity matters. I ain't proving nothing to any of y'all. My integrity goes before me, my representation goes before me and everything else. And that's when it becomes exhausting for me with her is when I have to figure out if she's telling the truth or not. That's when I jump ship. Now, I've never sent her stars or anything else like that, but when I'm watching you and I'm analyzing, now, is this a skit? Is this a lie? That has nothing to do with how well you are an actress. It has nothing to do with that, because an actress or actor worth their weight in gold, they will come back immediately and say, I got y'all or whatever. We're normal thinking individuals, and Teresa is not. She thinks she's smart. Yeah, right. Interesting how she's getting her hair similar to Roz. The back with the tighter braided with the tighter curls. I don't know. It's all weird to me. It's all weird energy. And I just wanted to come on and just say, hey, y'all don't be out in these YouTube streets or in your Facebook streets, on your Facebook Live trying to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. If you beefing with and that's another video, but if you beefing with someone or whatever, let them yap, 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 yap. They look so much crazier because they're talking to no one. Melissa, I have never seen that man talk or smile. I know. I hope and pray those twins don't come in contact with her guns. Yeah. Yeah. That was interesting to me, how before, when he was with her, it was like you didn't understand a word he was saying. Now he just smiling and chalking it up. I'm like, go ahead, Coco, make that dollar. But I just can't do it, and I can't watch him. But anyway, y'all, I am going to call y'all back because I have another part of this whole foolishness, and I feel like y'all really want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it some more, but do not be on this internet. Do not be on Beyonce's internet trying to prove anything to anyone. It's not worth it. They're not worth it if they need anything being proven. And that's including Treese to me. If I don't believe it was real, I don't believe it was real. Okay. All right, y'all. So I have to go drop my daughter off. Team Melissa, love you guys so, so, so much. Again, if you're just jumping in, I am fully monetized. It took them less than a day for them to do that. So I am super excited about that. I won't be making money much because at the moment I still need more subscribers, and that whole thing is coming. Get the child, please. It is coming. It's nothing that I'm worried about, but I can super chat and super sticker. So if you want to send those, you can definitely send those. But I'm gonna leave you with this. It's a beautiful thing when you can do your hobby, have fun, and money can just come if it comes and if it doesn't, So with that being said, I will call y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all little niece. She going out with her little friends. They going somewhere. And see how I did that? I told you I was leaving the house. I didn't tell you where I was going. And I'm not telling you where she going or anything else like that. So, there's no reason for anybody to take anything and me. I might get child. Listen, you don't have nothing to prove to anybody. You're beautiful, and Roz is classy. Ain't no denying it. I never get notifications. YouTube tripping, Gene. I don't know. Click the notification bell. I don't know. Gene, try to click the notification bell. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'm on at least 3 times a day. No, I was going to confess something that I do not want to do, and I do not want to be, but I'm on like 3 times a day. And I find that I like going live a little bit more, but if it's something that I'm teaching or talking about or whatever and don't really need the input in that moment, then I'll do a video or a vlog or something like that. I'll do a video. But for the most part, I love the live interaction with you guys. So with that being said, I guess the consensus is, leave a comment down below. The consensus seems to be that we don't have anything to prove to anybody. We don't have to show our bank accounts or anything. Y'all see it, you see it. And with that being said, have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys again. I'll call y'all back. I like saying I call y'all back versus I'll see y'all again. I'll call y'all back. Bye-bye.